general, in the EV charging landscape, what do you see as the future of the next few years, and then further out, what do you see needs to change, needs to happen, needs to develop to grow, keep growing this market?
Well, I think we're getting into that sweet spot. When you look at the launch of the Model 3, that's going to basically blow up this market. So we're really excited about what's going on. In terms of what needs to happen, I think Schneider as a company has always been very interested in open standardization. And the announcement that happened at the IWC last week regarding OCPP, OCA, using races to basically promote OCPP as a standard is going to be interesting. Obviously, it's a startup of a technical committee, so there'll be more negotiation. Company like Schneider involved, but we're also talking to some of the utilities. We've invited ChargePoint to come and talk, participate in this technical committee. So I think that's going to start moving the market where it needs to be as well.
Do you see, I live in Europe, do you see a difference in the needs of the European market? Of course there's a lot of markets in Europe, but the European market versus the US market, the North American market, or is it basically the same story?
I think Europe tends to be approaching the thing. Europe really started approaching the fact from a utility perspective and an energy usage perspective. Well, I think the US was more centralized around reinsuring the drivers that they could find a place to charge their vehicle. So US started really from an app perspective, making sure everybody knew where to charge, have access to the charging station, and obviously invoice people for that. Where Europe, still today, most of the public charging is free. So there's going to be a merge of those two things at some point.
I love the system, and I did a CleanTech tour of the Netherlands, and Amsterdam has a great system where you want a charger on your street, you need on-street charging, you just tell the city and they put it in for you. And you got to pay for it, it's a paid system, but you don't have to pay for the charger, you just have to pay the normal.
Well, it's a similar thing to the car parking approach, the parking meter approach. It's a similar setup that's happening in Europe, and maybe that's what's going to happen over here.
So I like that idea, but we also, I mean, one of the huge barriers is the condo, the apartment market, where we're of the opinion the number two or one even benefit of electric vehicles is convenient home charging. But people who live in condos like myself, you know, it's a big challenge. So we love the partnership you have here, EverCharge, and what do you see as the next step for this partnership and this type of solution?
Really launching Watson and Schneider together as soon as possible and start winning the business.
Do you see any other option, any other alternative for this problem, or of home charging for people who live in condos? I mean,
we need to enable that energy management, and I think the approach EverCharge has in involving the driver, the homeowners association, and the facility management side is the only way to combine the three and get a real value proposition to adhere to. And obviously cost is an important point for anybody, so being able to postpone the high investment by using the energy management features is critical. And basically we believe they've got one of the best technology out there, and that's why we partnered with them. And the partnership is progressing nicely. They've invited me here for the Formula E, having a good time, socializing, meeting some of their partners, bringing some of ours. Really a good day.
And I mean, combining sort of the last two questions, so do you see this moving into Europe, this kind of this partnership, this kind of solution?
The MOU we have with EverCharge is keeping that door open. We're having some conversation with Jason on the subject, but we need to take things step by step. So US is our primary focus to start with, but obviously there's options to go further. We're a global company, and the MUD problem is the same everywhere.
Well, thank you. The race is starting, so we got to go watch the Formula E in Long Beach. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
Wonderful company, one of our favorites.